So, guys, I hope you're ready because it's about to get real for the stock market. We have Jerome Powell speaking later today in a couple of hours. By the time you're watching this, I think he's speaking in less than an hour. And we have a bunch of data coming out later this week that everybody is paying attention to, or at least they should be paying attention to, as it's going to heavily affect the stock market, right? So, guys, we have a lot to cover today from the indexes, Jerome Powell, what to keep an eye on. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 40,000 subs, and check out the mailing list, link down below. It's free. I'm sending you guys my top 3 stocks every single Monday. I actually just sent out an email this morning. So, guys, check it out. Again, it's free. Link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So it's currently about 11:15 a.m. on the East Coast, and we have all of the indexes teeter-tottering a bit. By that I mean we have a little red, little green, pretty much at break even across the board, as the S&P's up. Looking at SPY, 13 cents, up 0.02% right now. The Dow's down about 55 points, down 0.1%, with the NASDAQ looking at triple Q, down 50 cents, 0.1% in the red, with the Russell, I guess, doing pretty decent, up almost 0.5%, up over 9 points on the day, looking like it wants to test 2250, which you guys know, 2250, 2300 points. This has been a big spot of resistance as of late, but for the most part, guys, we're not doing much of anything right now, as it seems like the S&P, the Dow, all these indexes, the NASDAQ, Russell, of course, they're awaiting Jerome Powell's speech. I think it's at 1:55 p.m. on the East Coast. So we'll talk a little bit about that in this video, but more importantly, what to keep an eye on in terms of economic data later in the week. So looking at some stocks quickly on my watch list, we're not seeing much movement. I guess we do have DJT moving up 7%, which, I mean, this thing has been all over the place. I'm not really going to get into it in this video, but it's been mostly downtrending over the last couple of months. I'm not surprised. We talked about this months ago, right? But it seems like it's up a little bit today. All right, looks like the Chinese stocks, JD in particular, is up yet again, guys, 3.7%. At the time that I'm making this video. We have Alibaba moving up as well, up over 2%. But yeah, let's not get too carried away there, guys. Let's not get too deep into that, because again, we got to go over what to watch out for this week. And don't worry, later in the video, we'll talk a little bit more about the charts here, the indexes, stocks I'm looking at. But for now, let me show you all this. But wait, of course, don't forget to first get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit, and your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY. That's linked down below, guys. Shameless plug there. Get your stocks. It also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. So Fed Chair Jerome Powell, you guys can see right here, is projected, or expected rather, to speak at the National Association for Business Economics, their annual meeting, which is set for 1:55 p.m. East Coast time on Monday. Actually, I'm not sure if he's supposed to speak at 1:55 or that's when the annual meeting begins. Either way, he's projected to speak, expected. Why do I keep saying projected? I'm thinking of earnings season, guys. Earnings season, by the way, is right around the corner. We have Carnival Cruise Line. You guys can see here Nike, Paychex, Levi Strauss, a couple companies reporting earnings this week. Then we have banks, I believe, next week, which, of course, we'll break that down here on the channel. But yeah, Powell, all eyes are on Powell yet again, as this could offer more insight into future policy, kind of where his head's at with interest rates, how aggressive he wants to cut these, or maybe not as aggressive now. We'll see his thoughts on unemployment, the jobs market, which you guys know has been at the forefront of every investor's mind out there. And of course, Powell, that's his, main job, to keep inflation at bay, and of course the job market stable, which it's a tough line to toe there, right, guys? I would not want Jerome Powell's job. I said this before. I'll say it again. This guy's, has one of the hardest jobs out there, public-facing jobs. It's unbelievable. But yeah, big week coming up. Big day for Powell. We'll see what comes out of his speech there. And looking here at forexfactory.com, a lot of data is coming out this week. So we have the ISM manufacturing PMI coming out on Wednesday, or actually no, that's on Tuesday at 10 a.m. East Coast time. We also have the JOLTS jobs openings, which that's going to be big as well. But more importantly, coming down here a little bit more, we also have the ADP non-farm employment change. That's coming out 8:15 on Wednesday East Coast time. That's big. And on Thursday, what a lot of people have been watching out for every single week, we get this number, the unemployment claims, which have been slowly creeping up, over time here. They're projected at 221,000 for this week, past week, compared to the 218,000 from the previous week. And essentially, guys, this is the number of individuals who have filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. So we're going to get that data on Thursday, which, again, all investors have been watching this. Their eyes are peeled on this data every single week, as, the unemployment rate has been creeping up a little bit. The jobs market's a bit rocky. I mean, you guys probably know from your own lives, people that maybe some of them have been getting laid off. Maybe they're having difficulties finding another job. We've been seeing this out there. I know a couple of people that have gotten unemployed, not a crazy amount. I'm not going to be like, yeah, everybody's getting unemployed now, guys, laid off, whatever it may be. But we are noticing it more and more in our day-to-day lives, right? Then on Friday, this is going to be huge, guys. We have the average hourly earnings month over month, which this essentially shows the change in the price businesses pay for labor, excluding the farming industry, right? And this is projected at 0.3% of an increase for this reading for this month, where it was 0.4% last month, last time they reported this data, right? So that is a slight, slowdown in that number there. And we're also looking at the non-farm employment change. Forecast is 144,000. Previous, it was 142,000. And this is the change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. So this, guys, if this comes in weak, not going to be good for the markets, the stock market in the short term. It's just not, right? And we'll see how Powell ends up addressing that. And the unemployment rate, which I think got down to 3.6%. I forget exactly how low it got, but now it's back over 4%. And for this month, the forecast is 4.2%. Previously, it was 4.2%, so pretty much flat. If that number comes over 4.2%, that's probably not going to be good for the stock market in the short term. And if you guys don't know about the unemployment rate, this is the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. So you guys can see above my head here, we had a 3.9% number in May, 4% in June, 4.1% in July, 4.3% in August. So it kept creeping up a little bit. Then it dropped to 4.2% early September. That was for the August reading, right? And now we're going to see, what it is for September. This is going to be a big number at the end of the week here on Friday. I think, what time is this coming out? Yeah, in the morning, 8:30 a.m. on the East Coast. So again, jam-packed week, guys. A bunch of data to keep an eye on. Powell is speaking today, in a couple of hours from now. By the time you're watching this video, probably in an hour and a half from now, So keep your eyes on that. It's going to be big, obviously, for the economy, but also for the stock market, which obviously this is a stock market-oriented channel, right? So, yeah, at this point, we are slightly in the red across the major indexes except for the Russell. And who knows, man, maybe if we get negative news or maybe something the market doesn't like from Powell, maybe we fill the gap down on the S&P SPY down to the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which is at about 560. That's possible. Maybe triple Q starts to slip down to, 475, 480, right by the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart. The Dow is actually already due for a pullback, in my opinion, so maybe the Dow would come down to about 41.5, 41.4. That'd be a healthy spot for the Dow. And the Russell's really the only one that, yes, you could argue maybe a pullback is due, maybe down to about 21.50, 21.75. But I don't know. It's looking pretty green right now. If this takes out 22.50, 2300 could be next. And who knows from there where we could be going, guys. So that's a quick breakdown on what we're looking like right now. We don't have enough time to go over some other stocks here. Kind of went a bit too long in this video. So, guys, make sure to subscribe for more content. Hit the like button and check out the Patreon if you want to be a part of the Discord, my Patreon portfolio. I'm buying stocks every single week. I'm posting updates on Patreon. That's linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.